Right, so at this point, it's not going very well. I've stocked up on cards, which might give me a bit of an advantage, because no one else really has anything. I'm hoping to get some big rolls so I can just get stuff and run back. Normally around now I'd want to be making a break for the shoreline, but that's probably going to have to wait a little bit.
So far, I think things are going exceptionally well. I've been doing my best to keep everybody locked down inside the prison and make them waste valuable time, or trying and failing to gather more materials at once. They're finally beginning to break free, but they've wasted a lot of time to get outside of those walls. I just need to keep on delaying them. They're not getting out of here.
I've been collecting my resources. I've got quite a lot of stuff now. I haven't actually been able to do much movement yet, so I'm hoping I can actually use these resources and maybe make a break for it.
The 4 test. 4.
Cool.
Remember, we have to count with him.
1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8.
That goes on the guard post, wasn't it, Rob?
Huh?
That goes on the guard post?
Which guy?
This guy. No, 7, 8. Yeah, 7, 8 to here. Not there.
Yeah, you'd be on the door.
On the
You'd be here on the
door.
door.
No, I'll put the rope back then. Maybe it was just my angle.
We do have to count with him.
Well, it looked like he was on a different tile, okay?
For the next hour and a half of the game, I'd say my best options are to try and pull some more resources, but I don't know if I'm going to do that when I'm trapped down the bottom half of the map. I'm waiting for someone else to make a play. I feel like they're just waiting for me to distract Rob or, you know, take him out in some way or shape or form, but no one else is really going to do anything. So I'm guessing just going to have to play it by ear.
At the moment, Luke's a minor concern. I'll be having a couple of guards make their way down there, but honestly, them using those buildings is very, very useful for me. I have guards ready to search him at a moment's notice. I'm just waiting for one person to make that slip. Then they are mine.
Hey, Warden.
Yeah.
I hear that Machine Gun Jackson's up to something.
Oh, I see.
Am I?
Prison snitch.
What happens?
So I've got this card, the Prison Snitch, which is very out of character for me, you know, going against my allies and betraying them. Very much not what I'm used to. I'll pass a Prison Snitch card to the Warden and identify one of the other inmates. The Warden will then get a card from them at random, look at it, so the Warden gets to see what it is, because obviously I'm snitching on them that they've got something. Then they'll pass it to me. So I'll have access to that card going forwards, and then the Warden also gets to pick one of their tokens to pass to me as well. I mean, whatever I get is better than nothing. And that's instead of rolling.
Instead of my turn, I'm going to bribe a guard.
Oh, I see.
That was very much expected.
And get 2 flotation devices, please. Thank you.
Damn it.
So Maddy's just got her full set of flotation devices, so if she gets to a shore, she can make a raft. So I'm hoping she's going to make a break for it, because then the Warden's going to be diverted and putting a lot of attention onto her, because she obviously has a means to escape. And then I'm going to try and sneak out a back way, or just kind of follow along, and then, oh no, you got captured by the Warden's men, and this raft's just here. How unfortunate for you.
I know that if Maddy gets to one of those beaches, it won't be very long until she has a raft, and then she'll be sailing out onto those waters. There's nothing for it. I'm simply going to have to stop it getting there in the first place.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
20.
I mean,
Where are you going to go?
you can't, bitch.
See, now you can get that rope.
Now he's got
18.
When Rob is thinking of being devious, he does like to do a little bit of a chin rub. I don't think you should rub it too hard though, because there's not a lot going on.
Can understand why, obviously sitting across the table from myself.
Hopefully this is just all for show and not actually anything important.
Thank you.
7!
Yay.
Acceptable.
Oh, shit, that reminds me.
Oof.
5, 6, 7, and I draw a Warden card.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah.
At the end of my turn, I can choose to return some of my confiscated materials for a little boon from the chairman of the board himself. I'll be making good use of them this turn.
I'm also going to use my fake workday medbay.
Not to be too much of a roll slow, but you do need to do the start of your turn.
It says instantly.
You play a card at the beginning of your turn.
Ah, well, fuck it then.
Also, that guy's not in a cell.
You're a fucking cell. Is everyone fucking happy?
Yes.
Yeah? We all good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We fine?
Yeah, all right.
We all right? Yeah. Okay then.
Now, at the start of my turn,
Finally getting through these cards, are we?
I may as well. I'm going to be drawing more anyway. I'll be in the cafeteria getting some snacks.
And we're in the cafeteria drawing him.
He'll be going in the
blind spot?
the key right next to the blind spot. Oh, you've been playing for a while now, and it's starting to take its toll on some people, I think. The people who aren't necessarily as used to the longer games. For example, Luke's just missed up his turn order. It's an understandable mistake, but the turn structure is you can play a card at the start of your turn if you want to, and then you can choose to roll if you have the option to, depending on your card. There are quite a lot of cards which will, obviously depending on how well you roll, will change whether or not you want to use them. So it's one of those understandable mistakes, but it does change the game. So even if I roll awfully, which I will, he'll be able to get to a
He'll
blind
get
spot.
at least one. Or will he?
That sounds right, yeah, he can move one in.
Yep. That's one.
Then 4 to get that guy into blind spot and have a key. 4. I've only got a few movement points left. And I could just move one guy quite far, but then he'll be off on his own. If I move 2 guys together, that's going to take Rob twice as much movement to actually come and get me. And he's been quite lucky with his rolls, so that's very, very feasibly going to happen. But it gives the odds a bit more in my favour, I think.
All right, let's see what I can do on this turn. I'm not going to do that much.
Well, the inmates' luck has been especially poor,
I'm going to start running towards the rec room.
which works greatly to my advantage. It gives me the opportunity I need, that instant, to move my guards in exactly the right way to stop them going the way they want to and force them down the path that I leave open for them.
Aww. Why? I have no stuff.
He will go to the rec room. You thought he was going to arrest me, didn't you?
Yeah, he has stuff.
That's what you get.
But you have stuff. Why?
No.
You instantly thought I could be a human shield to you. That's kind of insulting. Do that get there? I'll buy one of this guy to blind spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice. So, Rob's made a bit of a slip-up. Middle of the jail, where right next to all of our cells, there's nobody there. Like, there's nobody guarding this watch point. There's nobody in the area. So I'm going to move a guy onto there. And that means that he can't teleport in there because there's somebody already taking that space. If he walks someone all the way around and catches that person, he can't put a person in there until his next round again. And that means that the people just coming out of the cells, you no longer need to get into your cell to be safe. Unless Rob gets some really good rolls, it's going to take a lot more work for him to get somebody just outside of a cell.
I admire your dedication to that guard's spot.
Yeah, someone's got to do it.
Well, at this point, you're just, well, inconveniencing yourself. Nobody else is going to repay you for that.
I mean, inconveniencing Rob massively, which is probably the main thing to do.
I'm inconveniencing myself, but that's an average day in my life.
It's very true. It's very true.
So at this point in time, Nick's taking one for the team. He's usually the one to manipulate others to take one for him, so this is out of character for him. Sometimes people just want to make up for what we've done in the past. And this is his moment. It's kind of like finding
Terrible.
God.
A card for Maddy, please.
I'll have that guy out of prison, please.
Honestly, I'm greatly enjoying watching the prisoners flounder right now. They're simply not getting the roles they need. They're not going anywhere, which also means that my job is getting very limited. I'm pretty much just watching them be helpless. Looking at all the cards they now have in their hands, I admit I am becoming a little bit uncomfortable, knowing that any one of those cards could give them the edge they need to break free. I'm just going to have to react to that situation if it does come about.
Nick's had a pretty decent idea of moving people together so they can only get one arrested at a time. And everyone's been getting arrested, so I'm going to try doing that as well, see if I can actually get someone further ahead. So I've got 4. I'll move those 2 guys out, 2 each.
Ah, you're playing
2
the
each.
Nick strat.
Yes,
1,
maybe
2.
it'll work.
And now we hit turn 15, where things will be a little bit different. You can either choose to roll an additional dice, or get a free card from your deck. I've personally opted to take a card. I prefer the element of certainty that comes with a card.
Nick's currently holding all the cards. I'm kind of holding no cards to my chest. So this round I think I'm going to play it good and just collect a card instead. Oh, so I guess I'll have another card. Cool.
Release the guy from prison.
Release the guy from prison.
Get a card, man.
I'll get a card as well. I mean, it fits that I'm moving very slowly. So I've taken my card thinking I'll probably roll awfully on my third dice. Turns out I'm going to roll awfully on all of my dice anyway. So I'm just going to move these people back into their cells, keep them safe. Can't do much else.
Well, everybody else seems to be taking a card, and the cards can be really useful, so I think I'm going to do that too. 10. So I've rolled 15 on my movement. There's a hiding spot 14 spaces away, and all I have to do is use some rope.
Right, so
The 20 foot of rope.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. Rope.
14 meters of rope.
14 rope.
And you also
I've got
had
one
a saw.
more. Oh yeah, saw please. I'll also get a key.
Where would you be able to?
The worst possible roll.
I know 3 is pretty good.
Sixes.
Yeah, but at least you get a card for a 3. Well, frustratingly, not being able to immediately chase her down is going to hamper me very heavily. I'm going to get that rope off of the wall. I can't have the other inmates using it. That would be preposterous. But she is moving towards some of the buildings, which I may have a couple of contingencies, shall we say, to punish her the moment she crosses that threshold. Is it time for more card-on-card action?
It is time for more card-on-card action. Instead of rolling, I'm going to make friends with a British former SAS captain, who's now an inmate,
Ah, nice.
who will give me some intelligence on the warden. So, Warden, show me your hand.
I've never seen that one before.
That was only one of them,
Oh, really?
My God.
but this is my turn. So. This card I've just played lets me look at the warden's hand. He's got a couple of room cards. One of them's in the post office. And he's got a couple of cards that let him change where the searchlight is facing. So I'm going to make a point of completely avoiding those areas.
Not very
7.
far.
Cool.
Yep.
This round, not much important has happened. Rob's arrested me. Luke just hid in the corner. I thought that's probably a good idea. I'll hide in the corner as well. Maddy's in a pretty tenuous position at the moment, so she probably should hide, but who knows with her.
Maddy, are you okay?
Fuck it, let's go in the post office. Rob's been pretty vigilant. He's catching everybody, putting them in solitary. I've got this fella over here, but I've got to keep him moving if I want to keep him safe. I'm going to make a break for the post office.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go to the left, towards the door. No, towards the red door.
Oh,
The light
7.
funnel movement. And there's
I could let her know that it's going to be dangerous, but given my reputation, she probably wouldn't trust me even if I did. And it'll be much funnier for me if she gets caught out without saying, Nick, what cards might the warden have? Because I'm happy to tell them if they ask, but they're not going to ask.
And you pick up a rope going through that way, so...
Yes.
I think she's trying to make an escape.
No.
Well, this is just spectacular. I'm very, very lucky in that I have the capability of inspecting that post office, which means any inmate hiding inside it gets to go straight into solitary. This is the trap I was referring to, and she has sprung it. Especially not while I've got a little post office inspection going on.
Oh, shit.
What happens with the post office inspection?
Any inmates in the post office is considered caught, and I also remove any placed equipment tokens.
For God's sake, I knew that something would go wrong if I actually tried to get this guy safe, and clearly Nick actually knew because he laughed as soon as I decided to go to the goddamn post office. I'm going to stash.
When you're in tough conditions, usually the pressure creates diamonds, and sometimes it creates friendships. In this case, me and Nick are chatting. Yeah, bud.
Yeah, do it.
Cool. When are you going to make your escape?
When I die.
So soon.
It's not much of an escape.
Escape from this mortal coil.
Can I have some rope, please? Out, me.
Traffic.
A piece of rope.
Congratulations.
Smashed.
Tell you what, I'm going to pick up a Diet Coke. My old frame can't take too much sugar.
Time for a plus tenner.
Yeah.
17.
17's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might just get that guy back to the cell. 9, 10, 11.
Hey, bud.
And then Showers guy, I guess, can do some moving
Showers guy.
How many keys do you want?
towards the cell.
7.
6. 6.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, that's fine. No, he can move 5.
Fuck's sake.
And then the other old man can move towards the chapel one.
Guy in hiding spot's gonna run to the rope. The guy in the chapel. He's gonna get some rope.
No, to the, yeah.
Yeah, to go get some rope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's gonna start heading back towards the cells.
Well, we've had a few ups and downs. There have been some minor scares. But all in all, I think I'm on top of this situation very well. Luke is hiding, but I have 2 guards ready to catch him the moment he tries to make a break for it. But honestly, 20 years in, I'm halfway done. There's not much longer to go.
If I want to actually win this game and get off this damn island, I really need to start making a break for it. I've got a good amount of resources. Luke's already kind of distracting the warden with his attempt, so maybe I can take advantage of that, follow in his footsteps.
So I've been in prison for 20 years now. Nothing has changed. I've been beaten up by Maddy. I've been chucked in solitary. I've been kind of fucking around, not gonna lie. I just need my big break. I need something to do. Maybe if prison does like one of those stage shows, I can have my big break, my solo act. I can go out there. I can be what I need to be.
Normally we'll have progressed a little bit more. As inmates, we've not really rousted ourselves into going for it. So hopefully that can happen soon. It kind of needs to, or we'll all just stay locked up forever. Which, from an outside perspective, is probably a good thing. But from the inside, no.
Card instead.
Okay, right. I've got a ferry ticket. This could be my ticket out of here.
If I'm planning this out properly, I can start making a good escape attempt. It will need a bit of cooperation from my fellow inmates. I'll have to go through one of Maddy's spaces, so hopefully she won't contest me there. We've been pretty chill so far as she knows. And then I'm going to be chasing Luke through the showers. Hopefully I'll get a key on the way, but he's already started his escape, and hopefully we can do it together.
Frustrated doesn't begin to describe it. There is nothing worse than watching a prisoner run away knowing that you are currently powerless to stop them.
Now we've got the big brain play. We've got the 2 guys on the side there being sort of a distraction. Also, they might be an integral part of escaping. But I've got 1 guy off on the side who's going to try and make a jailbreak for it. And that way we're going to have 2 on one side, 2 on another side. Where's Rob going to go? I don't know. But where am I going to go is out of this fucking prison.
6.
Yeah, that guy can cut through some fence.
So where's he going?
He's going to cut through the fence next to Maddy.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
5,
6.
6, yeah.
So he's going here. And he's cutting the fence there.
He's going to cut that fence.
Okay.
Pretty good target for you, Rob.
Thank you, Nick. I'll definitely be following him. Worst case scenario, we'll both get caught.
I will let you pass through my space.
That's very nice of you.
Or will I?
Or will he?
Will I find out if you go there?
Is there a hiding spot in that building?
In the warden's house, no, there
No.
isn't.
Boo. I'm gonna get fucked. Fuck it, I'll run into the warden's house. I can get
You're gonna
through,
go
like,
around it?
No, I can get in like through the front door there.
The nerve of it! Maddy has broken into my house. This will not stand. No, wait. She's not the priority. She has nowhere to hide in there. I can come back to her later. Nick and Luke are my priority. I think I'll need to use my searchlight for this one. They're right in Sector 3, and I'm ready to put the lamp right onto them. Still dude here?
Just got out, man. Just got out.
Think you're free? Not quite yet.
Yeah.
One short.
Probably get Maddy.
Yeah, I could. Five. Capture Maddy.
Rip. You can do it, Luke. You're the closest to victory.
6. Fuck me. That's fucking shit.
At least it wasn't a double into a double, and the result was 6.
Yeah, that's true. So,
You could get out the like searchlight area.
Yeah, that guy's quite like 2 away from the searchlight edge.
So everyone's got a point of view about what I should do next, all involving a certain object, which I don't have. So thanks, but no thanks. 6. Might as well get a key then. Let's go there. What's I going to fucking do? You need a key. You need a key. You need a key. Get a fucking key. You're a key.
Right, so we need to roll an 8 for this to work.
I mean, now you've said
Doable.
it's definitely not going to happen, is it?
I mean, it was never going to happen
Yeah.
anyway. I think I've rolled that more than that once.
Don't you worry, you'll get your this is where you'll get your 4 6s. This is where it's going to happen.
That's the dream. This guy's going to go back.
This one?
Yeah,
Nice.
he's been diverted.
Oh no.
Let's make this run.
Get your card. There you go.
It's fine. You had spent 1 movement now.
that was always going to fucking happen, wasn't it?
So where's he going to go? I just picked him up. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
I'll use my last rope. This is fine. I don't know why I'm doing this because I can't reach.
What are you doing?
Got some pliers there, please.
Come on.
Pliers.
Okay. Where's this guy now?
He's on the pliers.
There you go now.
All I have is keys.
You know what? That's the one thing I fucking need.
And so we hit turn 25. I'll be taking a card. It's become something of a staple of how I do my job here, and if I roll high enough, then I'll be going straight after Nick.
No.
Nick, I'm capturing your dude.
Aww. You need to.
He needs to.
Surely there's something more productive you could do.
So I think our last hope is Luke.
Oh, fuck, you're dead, mate.
You got 2 people outside.
I'm choosing a card just because I hope it'll be good for...
So I've had the rulebook out just because in the past few games we've played this, we've not really traded things. It's been a little more like, as independent inmates, we've all just been kind of silos, not interacting with each other too much, unless we start to get into fights. But I wanted to check how trading works, just because me and Luke are gonna try and get through together. There you go, Luke, have a present.
Hey, thank you.
No one
Collusion.
No one should say that Bugsy doesn't look out for his own.
He doesn't look out for his own. He's looking out for random other gang leaders.
Yeah. Because
Oh, it is.
this guy is my pal.
I see.
And if you asked for a key, I could give you a
What happened
key.
to Only Hope just now?
I mean, you're still our only hope.
You're not happy about it?
I'd be happy with you winning the robe.
Oh, thanks. Thanks,
I
mate.
don't want the
It's not
warden to
hard,
win.
yeah.
That's honestly very hurtful. I know that I've kept them imprisoned in this place for over 25 years, but still, there's no need. It's just completely unfair. She's going to regret it.
And if I roll, it'll be a 1. I'll take a card.
So I get my card.
How many cards have you got now?
Like,
Why don't you just put it somewhere else?
I have 5 cards.
Okay.
I've been using them fairly routinely, at least. Just not to much avail.
Six.
Sure, let's start making our way out from the... Just pick any of them and move them 6. At this point, I have no actual means of winning, I don't think. Whatever I can do to help another inmate get out. If one of us gets out, the system's beat. And that means that Rob won't win.
You know what? There's still hope. We can still do this. They may have given up, but I can get us back. All right, I'm going to use a key because I only have keys.
So,
Cool.
what? So, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Just keep going.
5, 6,
Yeah.
7,
8. Slightly further away from you, I guess.
8.
Yeah.
Pass me your
You
two
could be
keys,
one
please.
more to the side.
2 keys.
If you wanted to be, you could be one further towards the warden's house.
At least I'm now vaguely distraction for Luke.
Yeah!
No, what's going to happen is he's going to go after me, and then you'll end up
Yeah.
actually getting there.
Oh my god.
We're ready to go, and my ultimate aim is to capture Maddy. She will regret what she said earlier. But first, I'm going to release the hounds, I think. Those bloodhounds are going to search every single area in the prison where they think they can hide and drag them straight out into the light.
On the bright side, I only got 1 guy.
7. Perfect, just what I needed. Maddy goes to solitary, and then my guards get back to locking off areas of the prison.
My guy. No, who does
This
this
is a
happen?
surprise. I thought I was out. But this card. I'm back in the game. We are gonna do it. We're getting out of Alcatraz, and it's gonna be now. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Going for it, lads.
Here we go.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen.
Nice.
Oh no!
Get me some snack.
No, not my kitchen search order. It's been wasted. Pass with the card. Oh no.
What are you doing, Rob?
I don't even know where those
It
were.
was there by the... Thank you. Someone get me some glue. Yeah. Oh, it's my turn! I didn't even move the guy yet. We've moved one of my guys from the cells to the kitchen by the door.
Seven.
Key!
Oh, I got a card. What was it?
So that's 1, 2,
So that was 1,
2,
2,
3.
3, 4, 5, 6,
6.
7.
Yes, one.
Nick, I'll give you a trade.
That's me.
Yay!
Okay, now Maddy can roll.
Dice. My motivational speech didn't even work on me, as it turns out. This is not going too well. I don't think we're gonna win.
It's the Warden's birthday. I confess I've never actually seen this card come up before, which is the main reason I've decided to use it. And also because I'm the Warden. I deserve to celebrate my birthday, don't I? I get to pick one of the other gangers, and they are forced to alienate themselves. They either send one of their own men straight into solitary, or they choose another gang leader and send them to solitary instead. I'm giving this to you, my alienated friend.
Well, I might as well have everyone else fucking go. They have
Yeah.
nothing else to lose.
It's true.
If you're gonna go out, you might as well go out digging someone else. So happy birthday, Rob. Have a nick.
Yeah, alright.
I'm fine with this. I'll take the sacrifice for the birthday.
Chuck one of my guys in the cell into solitary.
Yeah, so
Does that have to be a guy from a cell?
it's a guy of your choice.
The guy who's out and about near the chapel. God is
Just the
dead.
cell guy.
God is dead.
To the left.
God is dead.
Thank you very much, Luke. That was extremely helpful. But unfortunately, as the Warden, I must remain impartial, so I'll be having to chase you down.
I'm gonna have fake work day in the guard common room.
God, common.
Yeah, I'm having a fake work day in the fucking
Nice.
guard common room.
Why not?
If you wanna look the part, you've got to be in the part. So you go into the guard common room, jig yourself up, wear a little hat, put a little coat on. Not gonna recognize me one bit, even though I'm basically a block red character.
It's
You can have one of my turn.
Maddie's had like 4 flotation devices, which she's been hoarding up and just kind of been looking at. It's
Hey.
like, when's she going to actually make the move?
I've been making the moves all game.
Things are kicking off outside here. This is my chance to sneakily move up to the ferry.
Me and Luke were making this last-ditch attempt to get to the ferry now. It's unlikely it's going to work out, but we have no other option, really. We can't go and get the buoyant materials to make the raft. We just don't have the time for it. But if we have the ferry ticket, we can just run on. And they don't even ask why you're still dressed dressed as an inmate. They're just like, yeah, sure, I mean, you got the documents for it, so you can get carted off. Hopefully he's got it. I certainly don't. He might just be thinking that I have it. But together we've got more chance.
Nice.
5.
Of all the times for a run of bad luck, I'm relatively certain that Nick has the ferry card, and that makes him priority number 1, but I can't get him. I'm going to have to go for Luke, take the small win, and hope the next turn I'll get the luck I need to stop him. This is going to be very close. I confess, I'm quite anxious.
If I don't get to that bloody ferry with one turn over, Luke, my compatriot in these trying times, this last couple of years we've been working together, unfortunately he's been trapped on the other side of the Warden. He's not going to make it through, but in his last moments he passes me this golden ticket, our one way out, our hope.
Might as well give it over to the next guy who can escape there. Get out of the tyrant's rule. It's got to be me or him. It can't be Rob. Rob.
This is incredibly touch and go. I have no guards anywhere near him, but I know Nick needs 17. 17 to get to the end of that dock. I don't think he's going to make that roll. It's exceptionally high. But what if he does?
3.
It's going to be a 3.
Calling it 3. Okay.
It's doable. It's doable.
We've had lots of 7s. I just need a 7. All the awful luck up to this point has been fine. It's been for this moment. Doesn't matter how it's gone the rest of the game. It's this moment that matters. And I just got a 10. Double 5s. Rolling again. Just need a 7. That's average on 2d6. This is fun. We're going to do it. Now it's going to be 3. Oh! It couldn't be scripted better.
That is unfucking real.
Move me 16 to the dock.
Oh, thank God in heaven. 1 short. How unfortunate. For him, very fortunate. For me.
No, wait, where were you? Were you there? You were there, right?
Didn't go how I planned at all. But on the bright side, we have some time left. Not much, but some.
He's covered a lot of distance, and I need to cover about the same. I'm going to need to be exceptionally lucky. But hopefully I have the edge to pull this off.
Rob will need 20 to get to me. 20. And I struggled getting 17 because I didn't. So fingers crossed.
To improve my odds, I've decided to give the guard going after Nick a can of cola. It's very, very powerful stuff, so powerful that it doubles the result of the roll I make. I'm hoping that'll give me the edge I need to get that number and capture Nick. However, if I roll lowly, I'm still going to have nowhere near the number I need. It's going to be a close one, but I think I can do it.
The difference between what we as inmates get, Diet Cola, and regular full brand full sugar cola, which the wardens have, is that Diet Cola adds a flat 10 to the result. So if you roll awfully, you still get a decent roll. Regular cola doubles whatever your result was. So if you're rolling well, amazingly. If you're rolling awfully, doesn't do anything.
Can we just get like 5 more turns?
Just one more turn.
I'm going to pick up a cola, and because this is how it always works, now that I've played it is when I get the worst roll. That's just the rules.
Alright, sure.
Never mind, I get 20.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's just casually. This is the rules.
But can you get him on 20?
That's a good question.
Yeah, of course you fucking can.
15, 16, 17, 18. So yes, I can. With 2
What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me?
Roger in.
We are very nearly through this nightmare. But I know that that ferry card is still in play, and I know that if they start cooperating again, they can trade it amongst themselves. I pray to God that they're still going to be selfish.
4.
Well, that's Luke out of the game, falling at the very last hurdle. Oh, the poor soul. Now I focus on Nick and get this job finished.
You might think hope is gone, that this noble hero's story has ended. But that's where you're wrong, viewers. We're bringing it back. We can do this. This is the moment. I know I said that last time. That last time was the moment. But this is the moment. This is when it happens. This is when we turn it all around. So it's only reasonable that I spend my last turn snitching on Luke.
Snitches get stitches.
Ah, nice.
Worth it.
That's the card I gave you.
Cool. Let's find out what I'll do on my final turn.
Escape.
I'm excited to find out.
Are you ready, kids?
8. I'll run out there.
Do you want to borrow some pliers, Maddy?
Sure. Yes.
Cool.
I'm not sure if that's how trading is meant to
I'll
work, but why
go
not?
towards the fastest beach.
The fastest.
I
You're
can...
the fastest speech here.
Not okay.
The docks.
Can I make a raft on the docks?
No.
No.
Oh,
It's fine.
That's what the
It's fine.
dogs are for.
Nick will lend you a card.
I'll lend you one of my 3 cards.
yeah, go on, let's go towards the docks.
5, 6, 7, 8.
No, I'm keeping these cards. They're going with
We
me to the
did it.
grave.
And that's all she wrote. At the very end, their luck betrayed them just as I knew it would, leaving me, the warden, still in charge of a prison with 0, count that, 0 escapees. This is my
So, Escape from Alcatraz. Once again, I haven't got out via the ferry. It's been many a ferry ride for me. Rob did a very good job of containing us all, even though we were all sort of infighting as it was.
What am I going to do now that I can happily retire? I'm going to go to the Bahamas and sunbathe until I die.
Well, Alcatraz has been closed, so poor Bugsy will probably end up going to a retirement home, I think. It's the only reasonable thing. At this point, he's, what, 110? Something like that. Really, he should be getting awards, not jail cells.
Yeah, so next time I think I'm going to try and do an early break for it. Because I was pretty strapped for time during this one. If I had made a break for it earlier, I might have had 2 chances.
Had a good time beating up Maddy and Nick and Rob. If you're watching this out there, fuck you.
What happens to the inmates? Hell if I care, they didn't escape on my watch. My job here is over.